Hey guys, welcome to the show. We're doing D-Day Invasion from the Normandy's V3 battle book. Been waiting a long time to get this. So we've already done a lot of preliminary things. Jim is playing the Americans. 2 of his D-Day tanks made it ashore, and 2 are stuck at sea. 1 was swamped by the waves and lost. Only 1 of his boat squadrons made it onto the shore. The other 2 were both delayed. His preliminary bombardment, though, I've got my initial defense force here. I lost 2 rifle stands out of that unit in the bunkers, or the trenches. And then he killed the tank turret. Back here, I've got my second defense point, is the church. It held. And then my reserves, I lost a couple of rifle teams as well from reserves, because even they take the initial bombardment hits. So we're going to get moving with Jim's first turn as he breaks off of those boats and see how this goes. We'll be back with the end of Jim's first turn. So at the end of Jim's turn 1, sadly, so little made it to the beach to start with. The 1 teams landed there, moved up to the shingle, and then the boat refloated out to the reserve to pick up more. He took a bunch of shots up here into the anti-tank gun and the machine gun nest, but managed nothing. So a lot of negatives because I'm starting the game concealed, gone to ground, and pinned down from the preliminary bombardment. So just super hard to hit me on turn 1. But these guys will be coming up that shingle shortly, I imagine, and hopefully the rest of Jim's stuff will start making it in. We are going to go into German defenders turn 1. German turn 1. Very little failed to unpin. Both anti-tank guns are still pinned. That machine gun nest is pinned. The quick bunker down there is pinned. The Panzer Grenadier platoon unpinned, but I didn't move them. Down here at my second defense point, both the HMG nests are still pinned, but the anti-tank gun's unpinned. I managed to put enough shots into this unit to kill 2 stands of rifles. Did not pin them down. Took a shot at the Sherman down there, but did nothing to him. So we're going to get into Jim's turn and see what he can manage to get to the board this time. So end of Jim's turn 2. We are happy to see a lot more made it in. Both the Shermans that had been left out and didn't swamp made it in. The landing boat with the Sherman dozers made it in. Another infantry boat made it in. They ran up to the shingle there. Another boat of infantry made it in, ran up to the shingle here. Put a bunch of fire in and threw smoke rounds at the 2 rings there on the HMGs. And then 2 of his boats refloated. 1 went out for an HMG squad and 1 went out for the priest artillery. This one got stuck on the beach. So going to German turn 2. So my turn 2, put a bunch more shots into, the HMGs went down into that unit, but because of the smoke didn't do anything. AT shots went into the first Sherman, didn't do anything. The quick bunker managed to bail out the Sherman on the road up there, but just bailed out. Most of my stuff did rally this turn. The only thing left pinned is this 1 HMG nest, so not doing too bad there. But Jim's got a lot of guys coming in for his turn 3. Alright, so Jim's turn 3. We got some guys making their way up to cut barbed wire over here and over there by the quick bunker. The Sherman failed to bail in. A couple of Shermans moved, a couple stayed still. The priests are at sea firing naval bombardment basically. Both of his landing craft failed to refloat though, so that hurts. Although he only has a couple things left to bring on. He did manage to kill 1 of my pack guns there and put smoke into the HMG nests again. That 1 nest has been pinned since the beginning of the game. So, but I get a roll for reserves this turn, and there's going to be some fighting over here. So, getting into German turn 3. German turn 3, I got no reserves because interdiction, I need 6s. But my guys sitting in the trench line there just waylaid into this poor rifle team up here, killed 3 of them and pinned them down. Took shots into the HMGs of his, didn't do anything. Took the AT gun shots into that Sherman, didn't do anything. Quick bunker shot at the bailed out Sherman up there because if I bail him out a second time I could possibly kill him. Didn't do anything. So going into German turn 4. Alright, so I made a mistake last time I said going into German turn 4. We're going to U.S. turn 4. So Jim cut the barbed wire here and assaulted in, but I shot the ever-loving poop out of him and killed him. He put smoke on my HMG nest again. Cut the barbed wire there, assaulted and killed the big bunker, and then started consolidating into my trench line, the dirty dog. The priests hit beach, 2 moved, 1 got stuck on the ramp. 2 of his boats refloated, so they're bringing in a group of mortars and an HQ team. So I killed this unit, but that basically gave Jim another boat section to bring on next turn. So now he's got another unit in reserves that he didn't have before. Going into my turn 4, really hoping for reserves. Alright, so I managed to shoot into the HMGs and kill 1, but not pinned. I fired down my own trench line, managed to kill a rifle team, and did pin them. My Pac 40 that's hanging out over here took a really long shot at my own trench line at this point. Did hit, but no wound. So, going to Jim's turn 5.
Oh, and you wiped out that squad that was assaulting.
Yeah, I said that I think at the end of your cap. So.
Oh, okay.
Jim's 5. Neither of his boats came back in, but his other one got out. So next turn he has 3 boats to try and bring on some more guys. He does have 1 whole dead rifle or boat section of assault team now, so he gets another boat team coming in. The Shermans and everything came up. He managed to kill my other anti-tank gun sitting there. Still smoking those HMG bunkers. Can't do anything about them. So going into German turn 5s, I start getting reserves this turn at minimum 1, but if I roll multiple 6s at least. So that'll be a big deal for me. My turn 5. 5. So I came down my trench, shot, pinned, and then assaulted Jim out, so I took my trench back. The Pac 40 killed one of these Shermans rolling up. That's, I got some reserves who moved on and then dug in. Those are a pair of mortars. They're not going to do a lot, but hey, every little bit counts. So going into U.S. turn 6. U.S. turn 6, the boats all landed, but none of them refloated, so they're all just sitting there. But Jim unloaded a bunch more infantry, continues to smoke those HMG nests up there, the bunkers, and he's slowly starting to make his way inwind. He's running that dozer towards the crater, because otherwise the tanks can't move towards the objective. And then these guys came up here to move on. I still have my 2 little teams in there, so I'm not real sure what they're going to do, frankly. So going into German turn 6. End of my 6, unit of Panzer Grenadiers with the Panzer Schreck and Faust came on. Dashed forward to go after Jim. My guys in that trench actually failed their last stand check, so they died. My mortars ranged in here, hit them. Took some shots with the HMG nest down there, didn't do much. Going to Jim's turn 7. So Jim's turn 7, a lot of guys came up the beach over here onto my artillery that's ranged in. They put a lot of shots into the Panzer Schreck unit, unfortunately killed the Panzer Schreck. Everything moved forward. He threw smoke in the face of my Pac 40, which is unfortunate for me. So going into my 7. German turn.
American turn.
No, this was the end of German turn. So end of German turn 7. I told my dice to roll 3 dice for reserves. I said I need 3 6s. I got 3 6s. So all of the rest of my reserves came in, which was nice. This unit, which Jim shot to holy heck at the end of his turn, managed to stay on table and run forward with their Panzerfaust in hopes to get into that Sherman. My anti-tank guns were in range. Didn't hit him. Pinned down this unit over here. He does have 1 boat section that made it out last turn, so he's got another rifle set coming in. Yep, it's going that way. Oh, I ran one of my HMGs into the church to do bell tower fire, I guess, for why the heck not, you know? So, all right, U.S. turn 8 is where we're going, and see if Jim can wrap this game up almost. Turn 8, U.S. ending. So everything's moved up over here. He's got objective. The dozer filled in the crater, who is within 4 inches, so he's got that objective. He killed my Panzerfaust there. That's actually just an upgraded rifle team. He pinned me down over here, but managed not to kill anybody. And everything moved up, so I'm going to try and rearrange my mortars and hopefully do some damage over here. But if I don't kill that Sherman this turn, he's going to win the game having both objectives. So, got to kill that Sherman. Okay, so my turn 8, I managed to rearrange him with my mortars and then machine gun fire a devastating volley, killing 1 unit down to the HQ. The Panzerfaust blitzed forward, got into range on a side shot, but missed. But the Pak-40 took care of him, so no one controls the objective. I've managed to drag us out to turn 9. Jim's turn. End of Jim's turn 9. Put a bunch of fire into and destroyed that squad of Panzer Grenadiers. Killed the Panzerfaust over there, so the Panzerfaust is dead. And he is on the objective again, so I have to manage to kill him off, or again, he will... Well, we're past the immediate win, so we're playing 12 turns whether we want it or not. It's just how well can I keep him from max victory here. So, my 9. End of my turn 9. I mortared in there, did nothing. The Pak-40 failed, the Pak-38 bailed out. And because he's bailed out, I assaulted in and spiked the tank. So I take the objective back. Jim's turn 11 or 10 coming up here. We got 3 turns to play left. I'm not going to be able to retake my defended objective, so he's going to win the game regardless. So yeah. Actually, you know what? 1 o'clock. Maybe we'll just call this and get our second game in, so that we're not taking too long. But so it is an American victory. He got the defender's objective. He wins 4-3. So the Germans managed to hold off pretty well, I think,
I did, yeah,
in the invasion.
So.
Huzzah!